Hey, good morning. I just wanted to share what I think is a word of reality. I mean, sometimes you'll find yourself maybe in a difficult position, or you'll find yourself in a place where you didn't think you would ever be, and wondering, where did I go wrong, or you know, where's God in all this? I wanted to just give you a couple encouraging thoughts, ones that have helped me. First of all, I think some situations press us into a reality where it's not just, hype and, honestly, it's like living a life full of memes, these short quips about how good God is, and but when you're in a position where it's just so dire and so raw, that stuff just doesn't cut it, and you have to come to some kind of fundamental do or die attitude. So just thought I'd continue to update you on my journey. Finding myself in a place I never thought I would be without my wife. My wife was so much younger than me and in such better shape. We had always just kind of talked about and planned that, I would leave this world, and wanted to make sure that things were good for her, never imagining this scenario. And also, I was at a conference the other day, and they said, if you're married, come here, girl. Come here, Phoebe. I'm walking the dog in the neighborhood today. She didn't want to. She wanted to go for a walk in the woods, but it had to be done because it was cold and wet out in the woods this morning. So she's doing her neighborhood thing. Gosh, where was I now? I guess, I was in a conference, and someone asked, if you're, married, raise your hand. I was actually one of the, and I raised my hand, and then I put it back down, and then I raised it up again, and it took me a minute to think, okay, I'm still wear my wedding ring, and I still feel married, but my wife's not here with me, so what does that look like? Anyway, I say all that to not get some, sadistic charge out of anything. I'm just saying it to say, if you're going through something like that, I get it. It's not just about simple answers, and it's complicated, and it takes time and a lot of re-examining maybe these trite and superficial thoughts you have. You have to kind of come back and say, okay, Lord, where am I in all this? What do I really believe? But there were a couple that helped me last night as I was praying. This one's an easy one for you to memorize. Matthew 7:7. For those of you that are wanting to try to locate scriptures, easily, that's an easy one. Matthew 7:7. And it basically, you can read it, but it's that scripture where it says, ask and it shall be given to you, seek and you shall find, knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks, receive, everyone who seeks, find, and to everyone who knocks, the door will be opened. I think the important part is it goes on to say, you give your kids good things. And I think the majority of us, unless it's something really dysfunctional, want to bless our kids. We want to We want to see our kids do well. And then it says, how much more God will have that attitude towards us. And I think that's something rock solid that you can stand on. That the Lord isn't trying to trick us with our call to prayer, our call to ask, seek, and knock. He's trying to show us His nature. And like I said, if you're going through something, I get it. It can seem like a real contradiction in life sometimes. But I think this is something that's really fundamental for us, that He hears us and He's good. And then I think the second one that helped me just, last night as I was reading at 4 a.m. or something, in 1 John 5, I think it's around 14, but it says, and this is the confidence that we have if we ask anything according to His will. And this one for me, I think, is tricky, because I'm re-examining so many things that I thought were the will of God, things that I had planned for, things that I had hoped for, that had a certain life envisioned. And now I'm coming to a point of okay, it's going to be different. And but I think the one thing I'm thinking about that's important to stand on is it says, if we ask according to His will. So His will is revealed in His Word. And this is why it's important that we not only read His Word, but we get kind of rhema from His Word. Not just, kind of like the Scripture becomes ours. Because I was thinking about things this morning, like John saying, I pray that you would prosper and be in health. And so we can take that as God's will, and then we can use those two scriptures to confidently pray it back and say, okay, God, I'm asking according to your will, and I'm asking for something good, that you would prosper me, and that I'd be in health. And so, hopefully in somewhere in this rambling, some things come full circle, and I guess my hope would be that as I'm navigating through some things, and it'll be encouraging to some of you, because it's just a season where whimsical quotes and thoughts and well wishes that are very superficial, they just haven't been helping that much. And I know people are well-meaning, and a lot of stuff that you see that's published is well-meaning, but there's a season, I think, when you really examine, and you have to come back to a point of what do I foundationally do? How do I foundationally live? And hopefully this has been a strength and a blessing to you.